Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ben, and I'm so pumped to introduce this brand new Follow the Leader resource. If you've been following me for the last couple of years, you know that for my jump rope unit, I created a bunch of animated GIF little slideshows and also some videos that really helped me teach my kids jump rope, freed me up a ton to have a visual going on my screen of the trick over and over again as I was teaching each trick, and that allowed me to go around and give kids feedback, get more one-on-one time with students, and it just really improved student learning because they had a constant visual on the screen. So ever since then, when I saw how well that worked, I've been on the animated GIF train. I've been creating GIFs from my Follow the Leader video series, and I just finished my gymnastics unit, tried out using all these animated GIF slideshows with them, and it was awesome. So if you have a screen, I think you'll really dig these animated GIFs and these Follow the Leader videos. I want to show you what all is included in the download, so let's check it out real quick. All right, guys, so the item that you will download is a zip file. Once you open the zip file, it will be a folder. When you open that folder, you're going to see something that looks like this. You're going to see 3 little folder areas, and you'll also see that there's a README. You should probably open up that README just to see a nice overview of what is included. We got 3 main areas. We got the PowerPoint slideshows. Those are the ones with the animated GIF files, which honestly, to me, that's the most really important and useful and valuable resource. Also, I've got these Follow the Leader videos where there's a looping GIF video and then 2 balancing challenges video, and then an older advanced travels video that I made actually quite a long time ago that I just threw in there in case you might find it useful. And then also some posters and printables. So let's check it out and see what we got. So in this, we have the Gymnastics Create a Routine worksheet. So this is something that I threw in there from my gymnastics resource pack, which you might have already seen on my gymnastics blog post if you purchased that, or you might have just seen me talking about it and discussing it. It's what I use to let my kids create a routine. So you can use that during week 3 of the unit if you're going to use the slideshows that I use. And then we also have the posters. Let's check out the posters real quick. So we've got a rules and procedures poster. Those are the rules that I go over. They also correspond with the slideshow. We've got a single balances poster. That's the version 1 with all the 25 balancing challenges. I post that on my wall all the time, and also have an upgraded version of that, which is kind of cool. That's got the color coded, so it corresponds with easy for green, yellow for medium, red for difficult balancing challenges. So you can check out those, print those if you'd like to, put them on your walls, or just use them as visuals on the screen. Let's check out the weekly slideshow. So these are literally straight from my what I use when I'm teaching the unit. We've got an animated GIF loop that after you teach everything during week 3, you can use this if you'd like to. Basically, it will just loop through all the different travels, and every 5 seconds it will change what travel you are doing. So it goes through the travels, also has the balances, and has some jumping challenges. So in order, for week 1 of the unit, you will get a PowerPoint file with this slideshow right here. It's got some notes, some links, and how some things and tips and things like that. A few different warm-ups that you can use, and then it goes over all the different rules that correspond with the poster. It's got a link to one of the great little highlights that has some guys and girls doing gymnastic skills, some basics like doing a stretch, sitting in pike position, and then it's divided in case second. It takes you through all the different travels. So you'll have the animated GIF up on the screen. Usually let the kids go for about a minute or so, and then go to the next travel. Then it has like the summary slides there where you can just let them review lots of extra stuff that I usually don't have time for. Let's see, additional ones like donkey kicks and cartwheels and bear walks and things like that. Usually don't have time during that first week to go over that stuff. But if you see your kids more often, I'm hoping you can utilize those. 3rd through 5th grade is a few of the more difficult travel challenges that we do traveling across the mat. and then getting into some rolls, backward rolls, forward rolls, things like that. So basically, just using these to have the travels constantly looping was really helpful, and it allowed me to get around and give feedback to kids, and more kids or less kids were asking me, hey, can you show me how to do that again? Because it was on the TV. Week 2 is balancing and jumping and landing. So same kind of basic overview as far as notes, warm-ups, and then doing a quick review of the rules. Then I let them use the summary slide for the travels. So they kind of get a summary slide for a couple minutes doing the travels, and then we introduce balancing. So you might have seen the YouTube video, the this or that activity. Basically, it's a way to compare and contrast different balances. So I'll just throw these up on the screen. These are the images from the ebook, 25 balances, challenges. And the kids, I'll give them 30, 45 seconds or so, and then we just discuss the different ones, which ones were harder, which ones were easier, and then which ones require more flexibility or more balance or more strength. So this example, air chair is more strength, crisscross is more flexibility. And you just go down the line. They're medium, hard, and then there's a summary slide with all the different balances on there. Also, some challenges. These are made from the balancing challenges follow the leader video, which I'll show you in a second. But basically, I'll give the kids as a wow challenge of the day if they can do these balances the same number of times as or actually I said 5 in a row. So basic no handstand, trying to stand up with no hands, and just goes down, takes them through a few different ones. Advance is a little bit harder, and then we get into some jumping and landing at the end of class. We have some GIFs for jumping and landing, some different jumping tricks to take the kids through, jumping tricks on the mat, and then if you have equipment to jump off of, jumping off of equipment. And then if you have time, you can have the kids create a sequence. And so that is week 2. Week 3 is kind of a culmination of all that stuff. And you can either loop this, and this is where I add in the create your own routine thing. So week 3 is when they create their own routine. We kind of go over everything, and then they just have time to kind of choose the elements they want, and then they create a routine by adding things into each box. And so that's how that works. And week 3, we either loop this, or I just put up the video that I showed you guys earlier, where all these slides loop back and forth, so kids can kind of get a visual of different travels that we've learned, different jumping tricks, and different balances, and add those together to create a routine of their own and perform it at the end of class. And then last week is the station activities. There's another video that can give you a great walkthrough of this, but basically I had iPads plugged in. You could use Chromebooks or iPads at each station to kind of give kids an overview. We had a balancing challenges station with some rings, jumping tricks, a vaulting station, single balances station, and then a few more. You can check that video out if you like more instructions on that. And then the last thing is the follow the leader videos. For this one, the balancing challenges video are the only ones I actually use now. I just use the GIFs instead of using this travels follow the leader, but you can use it if you want to. Basically, it'll just take the kids through all the advanced travels. So for the older kids, the travels that are a little harder to do, it gives them a visual of each travel and just kind of loops the travel over and over. So kind of the same thing as a GIF, but it is a video. And then the balancing challenges one, you can play that, and basically I'll take the kids through each one and kind of talk them through it. If you're 10 years old, you're going to try to get 10 in a row. I'm going to give you 1 minute to try to complete each challenge. All right, the first one is the no handstand. So you're going to lay down. So I'll explain each one, I'll demonstrate it, and then there'll be a 1 minute countdown, and they'll try to complete the challenge the same number of years old that they are. So like a 6-year-old, try to do it 6 times, no mistakes, and then it just kind of takes them through the different challenges and gives them a countdown for each one. So that's the basic one, and then the advanced one is a lot harder. You can choose which one you would like to do for your students. And that is it. Great resource for your next gymnastics unit. If you have a screen, it is super helpful, and I hope you really enjoy it. As always, have fun and teach on. Have a great day.